Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Housewife Historian, and we are here to talk the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm going to be talking a little bit in code today because if you watch my channel and you watch my live, yes.
Is the plane going down? Are we gonna die? Why are you saying I'm salty?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Housewife Historian, and we are here talking the Real Housewives of Potomac. It's Monday morning. Hopefully this video uploads and you guys are watching it Monday morning. Sometimes Mondays are a big upload for YouTube, and sometimes it takes a while for my videos to upload on Mondays. But regardless, we're going to be talking Real Housewives of Potomac. Last night's episode, I'm going to go over a quick review so that we can discuss some of the important parts of the episode, so we're not going to go through any of the boring parts, okay guys? We have to talk about Wendy. We have to talk about what she knows about Peter Thomas. We have to talk about Candace, Robin. Robin's getting ate up on Twitter right now and Instagram. People are not digging her this season. But before we do all that, guys, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, turn your notifications on. I've been trying to bring different guests on. Tomorrow I'm going to be having Jenny from Bravo and Blaze. She's going to be on. We're going to be talking business, women empowerment. She is a medicinal, medical supporter of mothers, so we're going to talk a little bit about that, and it'll be a great episode tomorrow, Tuesday, live at 2:30. But let's get back to the subject at hand, and that is the Real Housewives of Potomac, and you going liking my channel and following and subscribing. Okay guys, let's talk about the vacation. First of all, I'm very confused on something because, and you guys will have to let me know what you think. Mia keeps saying that she's paying for this trip. She's paying for this trip. Wendy's got to go. She's not going to stay in the house that she's paying for. Eventually we see her get upset when they are leaving to go to the beach. There's two separate cars. We'll get into all that. Anyways, my point of the story is, isn't production paying for the house? Like, we've talked about this a million times. Sometimes other housewives, old housewives, current housewives, they've talked about how their vacations work. Typically, production gives them a budget. Now, if they want to add to the budget, if the ladies want to throw in together and, upgrade their tickets, upgrade their hotels, upgrade whatever, they're allowed to do that. So it's confusing to viewers because I know in the Real Housewives of Orange County, last year's episode when they were at the spa, Heather Dubrow was like, put it on my tab. And like Shannon, Kelly Dodd, all of them came out and said like it was so ridiculous of Heather Dubrow to say that because production was the one paying for the spa day. It wasn't Heather Dubrow. And then then you wonder like, well, why does the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills get to go to France and like the Real Housewives of Potomac go to the Chesapeake Bay, or the other franchises take these like crazy vacations like Oklahoma, or, like, I don't even know, weird places, not extravagant. And so it's confusing, like, does production, how do they decide what the ladies' limit is? Like, maybe they give them a small budget. Mia added to that budget, and that's why she continues to stay the house that she's paying for. They kind of dogged Mia on Watch What Happens Live and the production dogged her a little bit because the house was not on the ocean. Like, it was on the bay side or something. Like, people didn't swim on that side, maybe. I'm not sure, but it was like, they were close to South Beach, but not on South Beach, right? They had to drive to the beach, plan a day at the beach if they wanted to see the beach. Anyways, guys, Wendy brings her friend Jacqueline, who I really thought I was going to like at first, but by the end of last night's episode, I was not feeling her. When Wendy and Karen get into it a little bit, because what happens is they really are isolating Wendy. You guys want to talk mean girls about Beverly Hills? Giselle and Robin are being mean girls right now, okay? They really are, guys. I'm telling you, they're making moves behind the scenes. It's obvious, and I do feel bad for Wendy. I was not a huge Wendy fan when she first came on the show, but after a couple of years, she has grown on me, and I think she has a lot of authenticity. I do think she's smart and she's educated, and I think that she was very disrespected, in my opinion, by Mia, which is my opinion. You guys, comment and leave your opinions on what you guys think. But they pretty much were isolating Wendy. Nobody was really checking on her. Candace wasn't there yet, because Wendy was really brought into the group by Candace. And then Ashley and Candace don't really get along. So I feel like it makes it a little bit harder for Ashley and Wendy to get along. You know what I mean? It's like, how are they supposed to get along if Wendy or if Ashley and Candace don't really get along? It makes it complicated. Regardless, Karen said, you know what? It's my birthday. I'm going to ask Wendy. And then she, in her head, she was like, I'm going to go make it look like I'm asking Mia if Wendy can come, but I'm really going to say it in a way that says she's coming, right? So Karen goes up and says, hey, Mia, I have a really big favor to ask of you. It's my friend. It's my birthday. Can Wendy come? And basically Mia nicely in her soft, nice voice says that she feels like it's too soon. She really doesn't want to see Wendy. Maybe Karen could do like breakfast with Mia and lunch with Wendy or something along those lines. It was really strange. And Karen wasn't really having it at first because she was like, well, it's my party and la 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 la. And Mia didn't really care. She very much feels like, and Karen hit the nail on the head, and she says this in their next argument, but Karen says, basically Mia is saying loyalty is you're my friend, so you'll agree with me even when I'm wrong, because everyone she's calling out Sorry, guys, technical issue. Anyways, let's go ahead and get right back into it. So Mia and Karen will have several arguments throughout this episode. And in one of those arguments, she's going to say, you know what, Mia, loyalty to you means agreeing with you even when you're wrong. And that's not what loyalty is, okay? But let's rewind. So anyways, Mia says, nope, Wendy cannot come to the beach party. She doesn't care if it's for Karen's birthday. So Karen goes back outside and she has to uninvite Wendy to the beach party. Somehow Candace and Ashley, they are outside together. And I really love what they do here, guys. Like, I really want you guys to see that Ashley and Candace put their issues aside to come together to look out for Wendy, because they really both feel like, well, I think, Candace brought Wendy in, obviously, but I really have respect for Karen and Ashley at this point because, they're really, like I said, Ashley and Candace are putting their issues aside. Karen's really kind of went out of her way. She knows she's pissing Mia off. Mia was mad at the restaurant. She keeps saying that her husband was talked about poorly, and anyone who supports that, blase skip. She's just being very, 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 very dramatic, right? So, when they get to leave, Karen goes in a separate car. She's going to go with Candace and Ashley. And Ashley says, we're going to make a pit stop, right? Now, mind you, the other ladies are in the other car, which is going to be Charisse, Giselle, Robin, and Mia. I'm telling you guys, Robin and Giselle are making moves, and so is Charisse. I like Charisse, but she's not full-time. It doesn't feel like she should be on this vacation with her own room. I mean, she's very much being treated like a full-time housewife, but we're really not getting a lot from her. We're not getting anything about her personal life, her dating life, her divorce. I mean, did we see Charisse's divorce? I don't really remember seeing it. Did you guys see the divorce? Like, why all of a sudden were you married and you had all this money and now all of a sudden you're not and you don't talk about it? Unless if she's talked about it and Bravo's just cut it all the way out. That's very possible. We don't know much about Jacqueline. Jacqueline's basically been brought along to be on Team Mia no matter what. That's very, very clear that that's Jacqueline's role. And Robin is doing a lot. Like I said, guys, I think that Robin, she's getting eaten up on Instagram and Twitter. I know some of my subscribers are not on Instagram and Twitter, so let me tell you guys that she's really getting eaten up alive because people are like, man, that is so dirty. Like, that's so grimy. Because in next week's episode, we see her pull out a recording of Candace, okay? We saw Robin recording and calling herself TMZ at the dinner table. And when she wasn't recording Mia, she was recording Wendy, right? And so Robin is just being like annoying, and it makes everyone wonder, did producers come to her and finally say like, hey, yo, if you don't make something shake and bake, you gone. Either you and Giselle got to create a problem, which is probably the only way that we'd really be interested in what Robin has going on, because we've seen everything behind the scenes. We understand even what Robin says her relationship is with Juan. Like, viewers now understand what's really going on, right? So it's different than what Robin tells viewers, but viewers have seen Juan and Robin interact enough to know what's understood doesn't need to be said. We ain't gonna see no wedding from Robin and Juan, and they can't drag us another season anticipating it either, because on Watch What Happens Live, Andy really let Robin have it when a virtual question came in and asked her, like, what was the status of her and Juan? Were they going to be getting married anytime? And she was like, well, you're just going to have to wait and find out. And Andy was like, no, you guys don't get married in the season. So what do you mean watch and find out? Like, he looked at her sideways. So I don't think she's in great graces with Mr. Daddy Andy Cohen either. Just saying. So they leave. Here's something that happens in the driveway. This is so grimy too. Mia gets out of her car and goes over to the other lady's car when they're leaving for the beach, right? So Ashley and Candace and Karen are going to check on Wendy. They're in the other car. Mia gets out, and you can tell because the video, it scares Ashley when the door opens. She like kind of jumps. And Mia's like, I just want to be completely transparent with you guys that after you go visit Wendy, you can find another place to stay. And closes and slams the door. And so Ashley is like, man, go F off somewhere. She says in her confessional, how you gonna bring your size 13 shoe over here and tell me that I'm where I'm gonna be sleeping at? And I feel like Ashley is really like grown when it comes to those things, because maybe she didn't always have a voice in her and Michael's relationship or in her life in general. And so I think that she gets offended when people try to tell her what to do. I really do. I don't think Ashley likes that at all. So Ashley jumps up. She ready, rah, rah, rah. Rat, tat, 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 tat. But we obviously see that she doesn't kick them out. Another thing. We have a lot of hypocrites going on in this season, because whenever Monique and Candace got into a fight, Giselle and Robin were all over the violence. Monique, they didn't want to be around her. They didn't want to film with her. They were scared of her. She was violent. They didn't support violence. They even flashed back to a clip of Giselle talking about how she's raising 4 daughters and she doesn't want them, violence is so terrible, and, on and on and on. And so people are finding it really hypocritical that this has happened between Mia and Wendy, and that Giselle and Robin are so quick to, team Mia, not team no violence. And what happened to team Giselle that's trying to raise 4 strong daughters that use their words? I don't know. Maybe you guys can find them. But anyways, guys, make sure you rate this video. Rate this episode on A, B, C, D, F scale. I want to know what your thoughts are on Robin, about her. She's really recording everything. She was recording at the dinner, TMZ. Then she recorded Candace privately, because we're going to see that next week's episode. She brings the recording out, plays it at the table. We do see Candace in her career. It does seem to be growing. She's meeting up with Trina. Trina, I think, was on the Wale Bad song. And so I love that Wendy goes there and supports Candace and meets Trina, and we get to see that encounter as well, because one thing I do see about Wendy that I don't think other people see, I don't know, guys, for some reason my light's giving me a headache. Wendy supports these women, right? She's the loudest one cheering. When Robin got engaged, that was I think Wendy's first year on the show. She was so happy for Robin. She was clapping. She was cheering. She was happy for her. And when she went to Candace's, hearing of the song or whatever, same thing. She's like the loudest one cheering for Candace. And so I appreciate that about Wendy. I can't talk today. And so I'm really feeling bad for her. And I hope that the women get it together, because I think she's having a rough season and she doesn't deserve it. And Giselle is coming for her and making her pay the piper for every time she made Giselle mad, or for mostly, I think, the comments about Jermaine, or not Jermaine, sorry, about her ex-husband, the pastor. I can't think of his name right now. But that's what I think, is that she is paying him back for everything that happened last season. Just saying, guys. Anyways, make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, turn your notifications on, check out tomorrow's live. Bravo and Blaze, and we're going to get into New Jersey, of course, too, because there's so much. I just don't want to put it in this video. All right, guys, stay tuned, turn your notifications on. Have a great Monday. Bye.